Hey everybody, it's Eric, 80s Horror Man here, and welcome to my end of the month haul for the month of January. Now, these are stuff that I bought throughout the month of January. But first off, before I get started, I'd like to say to people out there that's watching, I'd like to let them know that I bought myself a new car earlier this month, and the dealership kind of like fucked up on their end of the part where they were supposed to pay off the whatever I owed left on my truck for the loan. So now, oh, even though it's too late, I got two car payments that I gotta do. So I gotta finish off paying what I owe left for the truck, and I got my new car payment I gotta do. So like, if I do like an end of the month haul video, I'm sorry, it may not be much. Like, it could be just one thing or two things. So it probably may not be much throughout the rest of the year because I got 1 year left to go to pay off the truck, and I could just worry about paying my car. So I just thought I'd give you guys a little message just to let you know where why I won't be able to have much to show in my end of the month haul throughout the rest of this year to come. So that's why I want to let you guys know. So without further ado, let's get started. I bought 2 CDs, 4 DVDs, and the rest are Blu-rays. So let's get started with the soundtracks I bought to add to my collection. First, I bought this soundtrack off of Amazon, and it was the last soundtrack that they had, and that's the soundtrack of Dr. Giggles. Now, wait, I know that the Scream Factory is putting out this movie on Blu-ray finally, so I decided to pre-order that one on Blu-ray, so I'll be getting that one when it comes out in March. So I never thought I would actually own the soundtrack of Dr. Giggles to add to my soundtrack collection, but what can I say? I've seen the movie so many times and I know the music very well, so had to get it. Next, this one soundtrack, I pre-ordered this one back in October of last year, and the digital soundtrack came out for it, but they decided not to put out the CD or the record for it. But it finally came out this past month, and that's the soundtrack of Halloween Ends. So again, I pre-ordered this soundtrack back in October of last year, even though I already bought the digital soundtrack of this to add to my Amazon Music. So very glad to have this soundtrack in my soundtrack collection to go with my Halloween soundtracks I already have. Okay, the DVDs. This one I end up buying, and this movie is like out of print and hard to get because if you go on eBay, the sellers like selling this movie for like $90. But I got this one off of Mercari.com. That's MERCARI. Here, and apparently this movie is signed by the director, and this was my first time seeing it, and I had to get it because Tiffany Shepard is in this one too, and that's Basement Jack. So this movie was actually my first time seeing, and I thought this movie was actually interesting. I thought this movie was actually not bad for what it was. So Basement Jack, definitely recommend checking out those who hasn't seen it. Next, another DVD. This movie's got my good friend Felissa Rose in it, and this was also another first time for me to watch this, and that's Satan's Playground. So, or this movie was actually not bad either for what it was, and Felissa Rose is the main character in this one, so she's not like one of the characters where you just see in a certain movie and you don't see her again just because she has a small part. She's actually the main character from the beginning to the end of this movie. So, Satan's Playground, not too bad of a movie. Next is another movie that my good friend Felissa Rose is in, and this movie was actually not bad. This one was actually fun, and I guess you could say it's like a holiday movie. It takes place on Christmas, and that's Silent Night, Zombie Night. This movie was actually very, very fun to watch. This was actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed watching this one where zombies break out during the season of Christmas. So, Silent Night, Zombie Night, definitely recommend checking that out. Okay, next for the DVD. I remember watching this movie on Chiller, if I'm not mistaken, but I've only seen it once, but it's been a while since I've seen it, so I figure I'd get the DVD. And this movie has Kane Hodder and Bill Moseley in it, and that's Old 37, where they play two deranged brothers who drives their father's old paramedic ambulance, and they have a scanner, and when they hear that there's an accident, they get to the scene of the accident and take the victims away before the actual ambulance ends up arriving. So, Old 37, very fun movie. This one is actually a very good one. Next, for the Blu-rays. This one I got off of eBay, and this one was also my first time seeing. This one's got Billy Zane, Dee Wallace, and my good friend Felissa Rose in this one, and that's Zombie Killers, Elephant's Graveyard. But this movie is also directed by B. Harrison Smith, who's known for directing Camp Dread and Death House. So, Zombie Killers, Elephant's Graveyard. I thought this movie was actually not bad of a movie. Next, another Blu-ray. This movie I've seen previews for, but I never seen it, and this is from a Stephen King book, and I still haven't got a chance to watch this one yet, and that's The Dark Tower, with Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey in this one, where Idris Elba plays like a gunslinger and Matthew McConaughey plays like the Man in Black. So again, The Dark Tower. I still haven't got a chance to watch this one yet, even though I know it's based on a book by Stephen King. So I'll have to give this one a watch, see how it is. Next is another Blu-ray. I just recently got this movie in the mail yesterday, and I pre-ordered this one like earlier this month. And I have the first one on DVD here, but I never owned the second one on DVD, and that's The Dentist Collection. I've owned the first Dentist movie on DVD, but I never had the second one, so I got both of the Dentist movies, 1 and 2, on Blu-ray. So, very glad to have both of these movies in my collection now. Next, my girlfriend bought me this movie. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo, and when she bought this up at Walmart, she said this was the last one that they had. And I saw this movie in theaters, and this movie was just batshit crazy, and this movie was just fun, because this movie was like Die Hard meets Home Alone, and that's Violent Night, where this guy is a Santa Claus. He's like a drunk. He doesn't want to be Santa no more until a group of mercenaries break into a home. Then a little girl wishes for Santa to kick at these mercenaries' ass. Then next thing you know, he just starts doing so. So, Violent Night, very fun movie, just batshit crazy, and some parts are just very funny too, because again, it's Die Hard meets Home Alone. Next is a documentary, and I thought this documentary was actually not bad. It was good, and that's Pennywise, the story of it, where they have sit down interviews with some of the cast members, and they talk about the filming process of the TV miniseries of It that they did back in the early 90s. So, Pennywise, the story of It, pretty good documentary. Next is another Blu-ray, and it's an upgrade from the DVD I have, and I just got this one in the mail yesterday as well, and I pre-ordered this one somewhere around last year, just before the new year ended up coming around, and that's Nightmare Man. This movie has Tiffany Shepis in this one as well, so again, this is a upgrade from the DVD to the Blu-ray, so very glad to have this in my collection now to add to my Blu-ray collection. And last, for the Blu-ray, I ended up getting this one off of Amazon, and that's Bermuda Island. where passengers survive a plane crash and they're stranded on an island, but it turns out that it's not them trying to survive on the island that they have to worry about. It's what happens when the sun goes down, because when the sun goes down, there's these creatures that lurks around on an island and just feasting and devouring on what's left of the survivors who survived the plane crash. So, Bermuda Island, this was actually not bad of a movie. This was actually very fun. Definitely recommend checking it out for those who hasn't seen it. Alright guys, so that's it for my end of the month haul for the month of January. What do you guys think? Have you seen any of the movies before here that I showed off? If so, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Did you like any of the soundtracks I showed off as well? Also, like and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for some more videos. And again, I just let you know where you guys may not be able to expect to see here throughout the rest of the year for the end of month haul videos. So again, like and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for some more videos. Later.